No company can win if its products and services resemble every other product and offering. Imagine selling a product in a competitive market with hundreds of other products that customers can choose from. Your product needs to stand out. Your product needs to be different to be noticed. Each offering must represent the right kinds of things in the minds of the target market. Hi, I am Lorenzo B. Ginto, a student from Ateneo Graduate School of Business, and I will discuss the importance of crafting the brand positioning and how this concept helps transform brands to super brands. The objective of the short presentation is to provide answers to these following questions. First, how can a firm develop and establish an effective positioning in the market? Second, how do marketers identify and analyze competition? Third, how are brands successfully differentiated? And last, what are the differences in positioning and branding with a small business? This presentation is outlined in a way that would help you understand the process of creating a strong brand positioning, from identifying a frame of reference to understanding the strategies, objectives, strengths, and weaknesses of your competitors so that you can position your brand in such a way that consumers see it distinctive and superior to others. And last, we'll identify ways on how a small business can overcome challenges in building brands. So, to start, let us first understand the concept of positioning. Positioning is defined as the act of designing a company's offering and image to occupy a distinctive place in the minds of the target market. The goal is to locate the brand in the minds of the consumers to maximize potential benefits to the firm. Benefits such as boosting firm visibility and top of mind recall for consumers to help shut out the competition. Having a strong brand positioning is important because it provides value to your prospects, gives them something to get interested in, and will ultimately convince them to buy from you. Now, the question is, how do we create a strong and effective brand positioning? Positioning requires that companies define and communicate similarities and differences between their brand and their competitors. Specifically, designing on a positioning requires determining a frame of reference by identifying the target market and relevant competition, identifying the optimal points of parity and points of difference brand associations given that frame of reference, and third, creating a brand mantra to summarize the positioning and essence of the brand. Let us focus on the first step, which is determining the frame of reference. A frame of reference defines which other brands a brand competes with and therefore which brands should be the focus of competitive analysis. A good starting point in defining a competitive frame of reference for brand positioning is to determine the brand's category membership, which is defined as the products or set of products with which a brand competes and which function as close substitutes. Let's have as an example Boss Coffee, which is a Filipino coffee chain that operates a total of 91 outlets throughout the country. Boss Coffee, which offers coffee-based products and light snacks and sandwiches, wants consumers to consider it as part of the coffee house business and as cheaper alternative to companies such as Starbucks and Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. Jollibee, which is a fast food restaurant, is a go-to place by many Filipino families who look for cheap yet fast and satisfying meals. Among the top-of-mind competitors of Jollibee in the country are McDonald's and KFC. Again, knowing the frame of reference is important because it helps companies to find out who its competitors are and where to position its brand in the membership category. After determining the frame of reference, the company must identify its points of parity and points of difference. Points of parity are attributes or benefit associations that are not necessarily unique to the brand, but may in fact be shared with other brands. In the photo, we see five drinking water brands sharing similar attributes such as being bottled, all are convenient to carry, and every bottle has quality drinking water. More so, all brands have the function of fulfilling the thirst needs of their consumers. These factors fulfill the basic needs of the consumers, therefore equally creating a point of parity amongst all. Points of parity come in two basic forms. A category point of parity means that a brand offers perceived necessary category features. Local airline companies such as Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific do not only focus on bringing safely passengers to their destinations, but they also make sure that their services are top-notch and that their service crew members are generally friendly, especially in the Philippines where delayed flights are common due to airport congestion. A competitive points of parity, on the other hand, are associations designed to overcome perceived weaknesses of the brand. McDonald's had a competitive parity problem when it lost consumers to Subway who were concerned about the nutritional quality of their foods. To respond, McDonald's began offering grilled chicken sandwiches, a variety of salad, fruit smoothies, and re-engineered their signature fry recipe to dramatically reduce the bad fat. The goal was not to make McDonald's a destination for healthy eating segment, but to create enough parity so that the number who wouldn't even consider the brand was reduced. Going back to our example a while ago, all drinking water brands shown are similar at the basic or core product level, but this particular drinking water differentiated itself from its competitor by using a glass bottle instead of plastic. Hence, the brand is more environmentally conscious, and it can also claim that it has better quality and freshness because glass bottles keep filtered water fresh and pure without the risk of chemicals contaminating the water. Those factors that make the brand unique from its competitors are what we call points of difference. Points of difference are attributes that consumers strongly associate with a brand and believe they could not find to the same extent with a competitive brand. There are criteria to determine whether a brand association can truly function as a point of difference: desirability, deliverability, and differentiability. Desirability is when consumers must see the brand association as personally relevant to them. Consumers must also be given a compelling reason to believe why a brand can deliver the desired benefit. Mountain Dew may argue that it is more energizing than other soft drinks, and they support this claim by noting that it has higher level of caffeine. Second is deliverability, or the commitment to feasibly and profitably create and maintain the brand association in the minds of the consumers. An example would be the Apple brand, in particular iPhone, which has been in the market since 2007. iPhone's features continuously evolve so that their audience can always expect something new, fresh, and exciting from their latest product launches. The third criterion is differentiating. Consumers must see the brand association as distinctive and superior to relevant competitors. Splenda Sugar Substitute overtook Equal and Sweet and Low to become the leader in its category in 2003 by differentiating itself on its authenticity as a product derived from sugar without any of the associated drawbacks. The next two slides will show the application of the concepts of points of parity and points of difference. In this slide, we see smartphones. While many smartphones have similar basic features such as messaging services and video and music players, Apple phones or iPhones stand out to consumers when it comes to phone design, features, and ease of use, making these qualities its points of difference. Further, The company positioned itself as a market leader in product innovation and not just a follower. Nike's point of parity is that it is a global sports brand playing alongside Adidas, Puma, and others. They are all associated with famous athletes as brand ambassadors, and that makes them popular and aspirational. But what sets Nike apart is that its products are known for its performance, innovative technology, and culture of winning. Establishing the brand positioning in the marketplace requires that consumers understand what the brand offers and what makes it a superior competitive choice. To do so, consumers need to understand in which category or categories it competes with and its points of parity and points of difference with respect to its competitors. The third step in crafting a strong brand positioning is creating a brand mantra. To further focus the intent of the brand positioning and the way firms would like consumers to think about the brand, it is often useful to define a brand mantra. A brand mantra is an articulation of the heart and soul of the brand. These are short, 3 to 5 word phrases that captures the irrefutable essence or spirit of the brand positioning. Brand mantras are powerful devices that can provide guidance to what products to introduce under the brand, what ad campaigns to run, and where and how to sell the brand. In creating a brand mantra, it's important to take note of these 3 criteria. First, communicate. A good brand mantra should be able to clarify what is unique about the brand. Second, simplify. An effective brand mantra should be memorable. For that, it should be short, crisp, and vivid in meaning. And last is that brand mantra should inspire. Ideally, the brand mantra should also stake out ground that is personally meaningful and relevant to as many employees as possible. Brand mantras typically are designed to capture the brand's points of difference. That is, what is unique about the brand. Examples of good brand mantras are Nike's Authentic Athletic Performance, Disney's Fun Family Entertainment, McDonald's Food Fun Folks, and BMW's Ultimate Driving Machine, because they are able to describe the nature of their products or the type of experiences or benefits their product or their brand provides. Again, to recap, the 3 steps in creating a good brand positioning are: first, determining the frame of reference; second, identifying the points of parity and points of difference; and third, developing a brand mantra. Once companies have determined the brand positioning strategy, they should communicate it to everyone in the organization so it guides their words and actions. For the second objective question on how to identify and analyze competition, companies in analyzing competition through various competitive analyses discussed in Chapter 2, such as SWOT, must identify first its competitors from both an industry and a market point of view. Marketers must overcome marketing myopia and stop defining competition in traditional category and industry terms. Coca-Cola, as an example, focused on its soft drink business that it missed seeing the market for coffee bars and fresh fruit juice bars that eventually impinged on its soft drink business. The next slides will answer the third objective question, which is, how are brands successfully differentiated? Before we go deeper into the topic, we must first understand the concept of differentiation. Differentiation is a marketing strategy that strives to distinguish a company's product or services from the competition. It gives reason to the consumers to choose the brand over others. With so many new products hitting the market, it is important for companies to stand out. Also, a successful differentiation strategy creates brand loyalty among consumers, which is important especially since many businesses are in an intensely competitive market. There are different means on how a company can differentiate its products. One is through employees. Employee differentiation is when companies have better trained employees who provide superior customer service. An example of a company investing in employee differentiation is Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines is well regarded in large part because of its flight attendants who are delivering service excellence. Improving distribution channels is another means of differentiation. Companies can more effectively and efficiently design their distribution channel coverages, expertise, and performance to make buying the product easier and enjoyable and rewarding. National Bookstore is an example of a company improving its distribution channels because recently the company allows you to do online shopping and provides delivery services. Another option for companies is to improve its brand's image. Companies can craft powerful, compelling images that appeals to consumers' social and psychological needs. The primary explanation for Red Horse increasing market share is that its macho image and its tagline ang tunay na astig has struck a responsive chord with much of the beer-drinking public. And last is service differentiation. A service company can differentiate itself by designing a better and faster delivery system that provides more effective and efficient solutions to consumers. An example of a company valuing service and faster delivery system is Pizza Hut. Because aside from the ease of making orders, which can be done through online, phone calls, or Grab, the brand became popular because of their claim of 30 minutes delivery or free, hence making delivery their marketing tactic to differentiate their brand. It may seemingly be easy for companies to apply the concepts discussed, but it is challenging especially to small businesses that have limited resources and budgets. But there are a number of ways on how they can build their brands up, essentially from scratch, to become powerhouse brands. One is by creatively conducting low-cost marketing research. There are a variety of low-cost marketing research methods that may help small businesses connect with consumers and study their competitors. One way is to set up pop-up stores in malls, schools, or community markets to get a feel of the wants of the consumers and to see competitors' strategies when it comes to marketing their products. Another option that small businesses can do is to focus on building only one or two strong brands. Given the limited resources, small businesses should concentrate on building a few brands and getting the attention first of the consumers before creating more brands. Third is by creating buzz and a loyal brand community. Because small businesses often must rely on word of mouth to establish their positioning, public relations, social networking, and low-cost promotions and sponsorships can be inexpensive alternatives. Unlike major brands that often have more resources at their disposal, small businesses usually must rely on their creativity and on finding cost-effective marketing strategies that would help their brands grow and get customers' approval. Hence, they do not have the luxury to make mistakes and they must design and implement marketing programs much more carefully. For the application of the concepts discussed, we'll use a local company that has only been in the Philippine market for less than 3 years, Maxi Mango.
Ang true love, authentic, hindi nagpapanggap. Ang true love, unang kita mo pa lang, titibok na ang puso mo. Ang true love, sa unang tikim mo pa lang, kikiligin ka na sa sarap. Kaya ang true love ko, Maxi Mango. Flavorful, creamy ice cream na may sweet and juicy ripe mangoes. Smothered with the crusty, baked goodness of graham crackers. Kaya naman tapat ang pag-ibig ko sa totoo. Maxi Mango, my true love.
Maxi Mango is a mango-based dessert shop that serves delicious mango soft serves blended shakes, and the well-loved dessert of Filipinos, mango float. Although there are alternative stores that can satisfy customers' cravings for fruit shakes and ice creams, Maxi Mango's point of difference is that it specializes in creating desserts made out of Philippine mangoes. With limited resources, Maxi Mango started only as a pop-up store in Davao. By continuously improving its products based on customer feedbacks, the brand was able to create a set of loyal brand customers who help advertise the company's products through word of mouth. It even further created buzz online when people started forming long lines just to get a taste of their products. Before Maxi Mango, its owners had another soft serve business, but mangoes were just a small part of a wide menu, which included other fruits, chocolates, and cookies. This did not work out as the products offered are not different from those of their competitors. Since the most saleable product in their menu is mango ice cream, they decided to drop the other flavors and concentrated instead on mangoes. This strategy on focusing in fewer yet stronger products paid off as the brand now has more than 50 branches nationwide. Maxi Mango claims that it's the first and original soft-serve mango float ice cream in the country. And mango float is just the beginning. The company introduced an expanded menu this year which includes mango pandan, mango cheese, and mango ube floats. With its success in the Philippines, Maxi Mango opened its first outlet overseas in Singapore, creating the same buzz with customers forming long lines for their products. The company further plans to expand its operation by opening other branches in different countries. To summarize, in creating a strong brand positioning, you must determine your competitive frame of reference, understand the strategies, objectives, strengths, and weaknesses of your market and industry competitors, and apply differentiation strategies so that consumers would see your brand as distinctive and superior. And lastly, if you are in a tight budget, you can put extra emphasis on creativity and implement cost-effective marketing strategies. That's it for Chapter 10, Crafting the Brand Positioning. Remember to be different and stand out from the crowd. This has been Lorenzo B. Ginto from the Ateneo Graduate School of Business.